We are.
We are.
We are 40 Acres in a Brew Crew. Sending love to you. You got Berner here. You got Tara. You got Kia. What's going on, y'all?
Not much. We're here.
We are here.
We're here.
We're here. We're present. We're present. Let's be present.
Present.
I just want to say to every one of our everyday peoples, the light shines from inside. Even when you're at your darkest, the light shines from inside. That's my bit of wisdom for today.
Oh.
Type shit.
Oh.
You heard?
Words from the wise. Words
from the wise and the woken. But what up, y'all? What are we kicking off with today?
Well, first off, you didn't let everyone know which episode this is, and this is episode 2-ish.
Oh, it's episode 2-ish.
Right. So, Mr. Burner, please explain to everyone why this is episode 2-ish.
You were part of the melee.
Last week it was a little, there was a lot of powerful energies and powerful personalities.
You don't say.
Is that what it was?
Present, and chaos ensued, but from chaos comes order.
So wait. So because
well, first off, shout out to our guests on episode 2.
2-ish. Shout out to
pre-2-ish.
Ryan J from the Robert and Jalonzo show. Shout out to them. Thanks for coming. It was a hot fucking mess, but we love and appreciate y'all. Y'all are still our everyday people.
Most definitely.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
It's 2019. We did not even unpack that, but the year started off with the whole surviving R. Kelly. That was the news of the time for the beginning of January. And we got into it with, Ryan J. They were here, we got into it. But, a lot more has developed since, that documentary on Lifetime dropped that you probably still didn't watch.
Oh, yeah. The documentary that I didn't watch has ballooned
6 hours.
Has ballooned into stories about everybody that I didn't care about. But, what R. Kelly has done brings to light what other people have done and just puts a little scrutiny on it. Is it the same thing? Is it is this right and this wrong, or is this wrong, or are they both wrong and we allow certain wrongs to happen because of who's doing the wrong?
Elaborate.
Oh, elaborate. All right, so how about this video that I see from Drizzy Drake himself? Back when he was younger, he was at some concert and he was, how they do at the concerts, the R&B shit. You pull a woman out of the crowd, she swoons. She's like, I can't believe I'm up here with you. And it's a big, energetic explosion of a moment because it's on that type of stage, it's on that type of platform. So everybody was watching this go down, and then he was like caressing her and kissed her, and then he's like, how old are you? And then she said some age that was underage,
Yeah, I seen that video. She looked to be about 15, honestly. But, if we're going to hold R. Kelly accountable for it, we got to hold a lot of artists accountable for it.
Right.
Especially now that, all this news about him is out. They want to disassociate themselves with his music when most of them are probably engaging in the same behavior.
Right.
So, how do we even move on from that?
We call spades. You know what I'm saying? If it's a spade, call it a spade. Call it what it is, and then grow from there. Move on from there. That's all. I don't have the answers, Sway, but I'm just saying.
You didn't even watch it to, I guess, really
exactly.
Still have an opinion on the subject at hand.
I don't have to watch it to have an opinion on the subject.
Because if you don't really watch it, then how can you really understand and have the same, at least temporary emotional response to the same frequency that was projected?
What I'm having a response to is not a Lifetime documentary.
No, it's not about the Lifetime. It's about the behavior behind it. They just happen to be.
What I'm having a response to is the behavior
behind
it.
That's what we're talking about. The behavior.
Right. So I don't have to have watched a documentary about a behavior to understand the behavior.
To know what we are talking about, which is the behavior. That's what they documented about.
Sweetheart, it's not that.
It's not sweetheart.
I'm saying that.
Who's sweetheart?
Yo, but I'm serious. Listen to what I'm saying. You're trying to cut me off.
I'm not trying to cut you off.
Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
trying to ask a question about something because you didn't really even watch what you're supposed to watch to be talking about.
All right, so
that's it.
You're saying I'm coming under fire for not having watched the documentary.
A little bit.
What I'm commenting on is the psychology and the behavior that the documentary puts a magnifying glass to.
How do you know that? But how are you talking about this behavior in the documentary that you did not see?
Because I'm following the individual, just like I'm
Well,
following.
to put it bluntly, this information about him has been out.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, I'm just
know that he's
right?
been messing with underage girls.
So
the documentary just put a stamp on it.
The documentary put a stamp on it, also in Lifetime's vision.
And a lot of these freaking artists know that he was doing that shit. And now that the documentary's out, it's, oh, I'm gonna remove my music from the streaming platforms that feature him.
Right.
Who fucking cares? Were we even listening to those fucking songs? Like, I can't even name the song that Lady Gaga had with him, and she's talking about she's removing it. Okay, bitch, next.
Well, that's
like,
her trying to get some of the attention and try to get some light on herself at the same time.
Exactly. Like, is it like one big clout chase where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna join the R. Kelly hate train. Okay, yeah, we're on the R. Kelly hate train. Respect us more because you know we have a stance in this this situation going on. Come on. We're not even listening to the songs that y'all trying to pull off the streaming networks anyway. Like, okay, that's cool.
It's causing everybody to go look at the song. It's like, oh yeah, I remember. It's like name dropping someone, and then you thinking about the name drop. Like,
and they probably don't even fucking pull it. They just probably say they are so people can go listen to it and the streams can go up. Y'all not low.
Yeah. All right, that's fine. So I understand that. All I was saying is that, if you're going to have a genuine response, it should be to the behaviors that the documentary is bringing to light. That I didn't see. That's fine. Right. But, you read a synopsis, you hear an account of 17,000, you kind of get the gist of what's going on or what people want you to remember about whatever they're talking about. But I submit, I have not seen the fucking documentary.
All right, so then we can move on now.
Sorry about that sweetheart thing.
Was he dropped? Was he dropped from his label? Did that come out?
I think they did. Him
all right, so progress in the mutant R. Kelly,
So things have at least moved forward since the documentary that some of us haven't seen.
And I'm pretty sure there's more to come out as the year unfolds. I mean, at this point, I'm not even sure who's hated more, freaking R. Kelly or y'all's President Trump.
The current.
45. Is that what he is?
Yeah, because Obama.
40 whatever.
Yeah.
45. The president in general. I mean, I'm sorry
y'all's
to
president.
Just put it bluntly, but fuck all the presidents. I'm not about that government mentality.
Hey, we're not gonna just blanket.
Right. My views are the ones that I subscribe to. Y'all don't have to subscribe to the same ones.
So let's just not make blanket statements and let's just.
That's a blanket statement for me. So off rip, you already know what it's about. Like, hey, what do you think about fuck the president?
We can stay focused on what is at hand.
We're focused on who's more hated, R. Kelly or Trump?
And the answer right now, I mean, maybe not now because, the shutdown has ended temporarily. That's a half-ass celebration for that because he's still not going to get that wall that he begs of, and we're going to go right back into a shutdown. I mean, it took the LaGuardia airport just completely stopping flights for him to even consider, okay, we're going to reopen the government. Like, all right, bravo, I guess. But since the shutdown, he has turned the White House into one hot ghetto mess.
Okay.
Like, what was it? It
was that
the college football, the
South
Clemson
Carolina.
Tigers.
Yeah, they went to the White House and he gave them McDonald's for dinner.
And Wendy's, and had the nerve to tweet about it, calling it hamburgers.
Could you imagine that? Like, who's gonna tell their kids, I went to the White House and they served me McDonald's, yo, on a silver platter? Yo, who does that?
Trump, you ghetto fuck.
That was ghetto. That's just like ignorance. It's just buffoonery. It's like such craziness. Like, who does that in the White House? Like, there's supposed to be some prestige and class with the White House. I'm
pretty sure their team regimen does not require them to be eating fast food. And he went and got like 1,000 4-for-4s from freaking Wendy's to feed college football students.
Oh yeah, all right. Sounds a pretty.
Because the government was shut down, so you couldn't even get them Chipotle.
That sounds a.
You couldn't even get them Chick-fil-A. Like, come on.
Yeah, Like, what's the message it's saying about health in general? That shit is like deteriorating. All that
Well,
fast food
health.
shit.
Look at him. He's not the picture.
And he was so proud. He was just so proud to present this buffet of fast fucking food.
That's why the Warriors.
Like, how many drive-thrus did he go through to get everything? Like, how many Wendy's? Because I know not one. It wasn't just one that produced all that shit. Because it was Wendy's, it was McDonald's, like, and he called it hamburgers.
Hamburgers. Oh yeah. Like the whole Trump thing. Like I said, it's nothing new for me, because I understand what type of person he is. So nothing he does surprises me. He's egomaniacal. You feel me? Like, what else do we expect from someone who is that into themselves? So I really only have hate for this man. Speaking of most hated people at the time.
So then who's more hated?
I would say that Donald Trump is definitely more hated than R. Kelly.
As I read online, Donald Trump is an unevolved Gemini.
Or you may see them both on the way to hell, though.
Facts.
I don't tend to see them on any way to hell, but I don't doubt that they may end up in hell, but I don't tend to see them motherfuckers, because I truthfully don't intend to end up in hell.
That might imply that this is hell. So.
I mean, the good thing is we have, a lot of a lot of us have people. I know I have family that works for the government, and they're back to work for now. I don't think this man is gonna get this wall. So I'm sorry, you guys are going right back into shutdown mode. But I got a flight to catch next week, so UTSA, I'm glad y'all gonna be getting paid, because I gotta catch my flight. I don't need no delays and nothing like that. So
oh yeah,
make sure y'all at work. Hope you didn't use all your sick days. Sorry, boo.
Goddamn, why I gotta be like that? Sheesh. I'm gonna be working. I'm not gonna be mad though.
You know what? Enough about this fucking Trump shit.
Yeah,
Right now we're on a hold with the shutdown, so you know what? We're gonna pause our thoughts on him. Let's see what happens in the next 3 weeks.
Man.
Yeah, that probably down as well.
All right, well let's pick it back up. Let's pick it back up.
Well, I'm saying though, how you start with R. Kelly and Donald Trump,
and that's why I'm gonna pick it back up. We're gonna pick it back up.
It's like bad to worse. Like, damn.
Burner.
What's good, yo?
Burner.
Talk to me.
Okay. So you know how, we're, pretty much around each other all the time, and, you let us know that you've been acting a little naughty. Is it naughty? Or, yeah, you've been acting naughty towards your wife.
Right. But it's not so naughty. It's more like funny.
Are we having a petty energy?
Y'all stay with a petty energy.
Are we having a petty
I call
energy
it creative.
experience?
I call it creative because you got to think of those things on the spot. It's not like my pettiness is not. It's like creative pettiness, but it gets me what I want. So.
Creative pettiness, because
creative pettiness.
Well,
isn't that almost like a brat having a tantrum? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it might.
Well, let's start off with what caused you to. And what have you been doing? What caused you, and what have you been doing to her? What caused you to be the way you are? What caused the pettiness?
We're energetic beings.
What caused it to arise?
So we're energetic beings, right? So we got, me, wifey, baby girl in the house. So sometimes I feel like, Daddy gets ignored. Like, not really to be like, yo, I'm getting ignored, but sometimes you may feel like it's just me. And then I turn to the homies on 2K, but it's wintertime. There's not a lot going on. You feel me? So when I get to feeling that way and I'm getting bored, I call out for attention in, intriguing ways. So when the normal stuff stops working, like, like something petty, you might like.
But you're supposed to be the king, and it can be a little lonely at the throne sometimes.
Right, so
you sit on the throne alone, king.
I go through my emotions too.
Talk your shit.
Life is a feeling process. What you mean? All right, but I'm gonna enjoy it along the way. I'm gonna enjoy every moment of it, rather. So I was feeling neglected, right? So this is what I do. She went outside to Starbucks, and she always gets whatever she gets. But first she was like, "Yo, you want something from Starbucks?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." So that's something real small, right? So she's thinking like, oh, what the hell is going on? Why he don't want Starbucks? He always gets Starbucks when I get Starbucks. I'm taking you through my journey, right? And she just texted me, "You okay?" She's a sweetheart. We love each other. You feel me? But this is the fun. So she went outside to Starbucks, and then I was getting dressed. So I'm running around the house butt naked at this point. I've been going through the gym. So it makes me feel like Tarzan, and it grants me the privileges of such. Like, what you gonna say to a nigga that's comfortable enough to run around ass naked? Nothing. So, you know what I'm saying? It's my kingdom. And my swingdom.
Okay.
You feel me? So
Swingdom.
she went to Starbucks, she came upstairs, and then her keys in the door. But I put the chain lock on when she left. Just to, spice things up a bit.
That's
so when she
obnoxious.
came to but hold on, but here's the execution. So when I hear her come to the door, she opens the top lock, opens the second lock, right? Pushes the door, boom, the chain lock. Then I run over immediately, take the chain lock off, and then just walk away. So when she opens the door,
so you didn't even really let the pettiness go on. Like, you're supposed to, if you wanted to be petty, you're supposed to let her, have her at the door for at least 3 minutes.
But it's light, but it's super light.
Yeah, at least 3 minutes if you're trying to be petty.
But listen to the Hunger Games. So then, but it was so quick that you could barely say anything about it. You can't start beef about that. So you just gotta eat that one. Like, what the fuck was that? Then it's like I'm still like playing it off, like not saying anything, just like, nah, I'm not talking to you. Sorry. And then it was cool. A little bit later, she was looking for her makeup bag.
Did she recognize that first act as being petty?
She recognized all of them, but you got to step it up because she's like, nigga, I seen that before. You playing, and then you're like, damn, she seen my move, so you got to switch up the move. Then you switch up the move, level 2. And she's like, level 2 got me, babe. Like in a more. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're like, nothing, I love you. And then she's like, I hate you.
What was
like,
level 2?
Level 2 was something light, but this is level 3.
No, what did you do?
I don't even remember, but I'm saying, like, this is level 3, right?
What level is hiding the makeup bag?
That's what I'm getting to. That's level 3.
Oh.
So, son.
But I need to know what level 2 was. Because maybe level 2 is actually a level 3, level 3 worthy.
No, level 1 was like, so this is later in time, right? Mm-hmm. In the past, these have worked on their own. But as they don't work anymore, and she just doesn't flinch to them, you gotta step it up. So one, and I'm gonna hit you with the third one. Third one is crazy. You might be mad at me too.
I didn't even know what the second one was.
The first one was me not wanting the Starbucks. She come through, she's like, it's like a thing. So you step out of the moment, and then she's like, hey nigga, I'm here by myself. You don't want Starbucks all of a sudden? You're like, no, I do not.
And then you're stupid, yeah, but go ahead.
A little bit, right? So then she's like, whatever, nigga.
Damn, you want that Starbucks.
Damn.
No, yeah, exactly.
I super want that Starbucks.
Do it. That's what she's going.
Starbucks.
As she's going, as she's offering to go. He didn't even have to ask her.
Right.
Yo, you're the word, yo.
So then,
he's not even being petty. He's being fucking ungrateful. That's
ungrateful. Chill.
It sounds like you being ungrateful.
We're not even gonna bring it there.
You're being ungrateful.
That's level 1.
Whole bunch of uns. Ungrateful,
how about unnecessary bullshit? How about that?
Unnecessarily petty.
Yo.
Yeah, I'll take the L for this one. It's okay.
Unnecessarily causing
it's my movie.
pettiness.
It's my movie.
We're normally for you with a lot of things that you do.
You don't gotta be for me.
Unnecessary.
Hey, all the scoundrels know.
Scoundrels. This sounds like a scoundrel or
man.
A super crazy female antic. Sorry.
Female
you're supposed to do the petty acts.
You can hit me with that. I'm a balance of both.
Okay,
I am yin and yang with both dots in between. It's called manipulative if you want to get intelligent about it. You're trying to say that because females are manipulative emotionally, that they should be the only ones who are crowned. No, I'm a manipulative emotional motherfucker as well. And I'm a manipulative physically. So I cover all aspects of it. The yin and the yang with the black and white dot in between on both sides. I'm balanced. Don't try to
you're balanced
belittle me
all
saying that female energy is running through me. I got an X and a Y chromosome. Let's take it there. I am godly.
Anywho,
But-
however you puff yourself up with your petty female antics that you
Yo, whatever. She tries to bring it back there again. Yo, get out of here.
So, woof, 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 feel better, stick your chest out.
I feel amazing.
Raw. I want you
Fuck,
to.
ain't never
I
seen a
want you
peacock.
to. I want you to. But
Anyway,
all in all, I'm still going to
hold
identify
on.
what I'm listening to and say what it is.
That's
because
fine.
that's what we
That
are
Leo
describing.
shit.
I refuse to
That Leo
continue.
shit.
I refuse to continue like this.
So
We refuse
Leo.
to.
I refuse to continue like
Then
this.
you refuse to accept the truth. And just say that.
I refuse to accept your truth.
It's not my truth. This is the truth of a person
So,
that
level
has
one
receptive
was-
open ears and hears.
Right? Saying no to the Starbucks. Level 2 was...
Whatever.
Level 2
So what level was the chain on the door? 'Cause
That was one.
That was level
That
2.
was
That was
annoying
level 2.
though for no reason.
That was annoying for no
Exactly.
reason.
The whole thing is just run around.
petty.
Who does that? That's what that is. And then he's saying that.
Why you mad?
And
It's not
honestly,
even
because
necessary.
that's what people usually say women run around doing. You're just doing the same thing in a male
they
type of
not.
energy way.
It's
yes,
called
your
having
own
fun.
version of it.
Tripping,
All right,
tripping.
having fun. All
So
right.
okay, so you do that
It's
with no
called having
purpose.
fun.
Super
because you're a
bad.
guy.
Because you got that male ego in you. So you super mad about this shit, feeling like
So?
you gotta get one up on.
So
No, in the
But okay, a lot of what you're doing, I mean, those are things that you're supposed to toss out the petty card when you're like on the verge of a real breakup, like things.
Save them. You're like doing it for no
What do you
reason.
Oh, save them.
You're just recklessly.
No, you gotta
just-
save that,
Alright,
save
here's the
that
thing.
ammo
Who
for the
does
breakup
that?
or
Here's
real
the
bad
thing. Here's the
argument.
thing. Right. She knows and I know, or at the time, we both believe that we are together forever. Right? I'm under that impression. She put me under her spell. I put her under my spell. We in the vortex right now. So all of this shit is just adding to our story. When we drop these stories to baby Penelope, she's not gonna be like, I can't believe. She's gonna be like, look at this as a part of your journey. That's funny. That's exciting. Like I look back on this like that. I'm not holding it with me and letting it weigh me down emotionally. I'm looking at it as something that happened, as something that we will laugh about. Like,
It
period.
sounds like it's just an energy that you have to get off. I understand it, but it is somewhat of a feminine trait.
What? Nah, yo, y'all just.
We're the ones that do things for attention.
No.
But when
Look
you
at me, look at
but
me.
you cannot out petty a woman. She's being nice
No,
to you now
she's-
because you can't out petty a woman.
She's not
Don't
petty
let us
to
be
me.
upset with you.
Yeah, but
Don't let us be upset because things will change. Things will
right, that's
change.
what I'm saying. So,
Your routine will change.
so step 3
Your
was,
food will not be in the microwave, okay? Your plate will not be made,
so step
okay?
3, right? Let me finish this story before y'all shame me into not finishing. I'm gonna finish this. I'm pushing through. I don't give a fuck, nigga.
Where's the rest of that one?
Yo, so the
think
one
we
is
need to
here.
open.
Give me some of that.
Yeah. Y'all mad, emotionally charged. Don't let my past charge you that much.
Just please continue, sir.
So anyway, the third one was I hit her makeup brushes.
Brushes?
I hit her makeup brushes.
That's annoying. So she has
So-
all the makeup, everything in front of her, like wow, but she can't do nothing with it.
No. Really, what happened
Bottle
is
done.
she knows where it's at. She knows where she usually keeps it. And then she went to look for it, and it wasn't there because I took it and I hid it beside me on the couch.
So you tucked it. Not even did you hide it where she could stumble on it. You like tucked it under you type shit.
Yeah. But I knew
I'm
that
just painting the picture. Go ahead.
I had to set the trap. So by that time, this was after the door locked.
Is it the same moment
no.
after? Was she at least in the
No,
house?
not the same moment.
Enjoying her Starbucks yet?
She was in the house. She was enjoying Starbucks, but then she went to look for her makeup
Wait,
bag.
wait. You did all this in one day?
Yes.
You did all
No,
this
no,
petty
no,
shit in
no,
one
no.
day?
No, now that I think about it, it was like in the span of 3 days. It
Oh,
seemed like
okay.
it seemed like an eternity, though. You feel me? It seemed like an eternity.
'Cause
Never want to be out of the
That
vortex,
that
which it
warrants Burner sleeping on the motherfucking couch. If all that shit is done in one day, nigga, you sleeping on the fucking
is.
couch.
That shit make my neck hurt. I'm good on that. But I know that bed too comfortable. You ain't forcing me to sleep, but goddamn place put that shit. But in any case, right? I hit her makeup bag. Then she came to me like, "You know where my makeup bag is?" And I was like, "It's probably the same place that my speaker went." And she's like, "Speaker?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, my speaker." Right? I damn well know that I just misplaced my speaker, but I fake blamed her. I was like, "Yo, where's my speaker?" And she was like, "I don't know where the fuck is.
What is
I don't know where the fuck your speaker is. I don't touch that shit." I'm like, "Yeah, right." Ooh, but like, I put it in. I put
You're
it.
so crazy, yo. You knew you lost your shit. How you get fake mad? Go ahead.
Because
I'm
that's
just
the shit
listening
that
to
doesn't
what's
affect her
underneath it.
anymore.
Of course it doesn't, but it's just
So it's
hilariously and insane at the same time. But go ahead.
Right. So then after a little back and forth, I gave her the makeup bag. But then that's when the flames came out. Like when I showed her that I was just hiding it because I shit, she was like, "Motherfucker, you better watch yourself." I was like, "What?"
I just said the same fucking shit.
Yeah, but
like,
I didn't think I did anything that wrong.
Now.
I didn't think I did anything that wrong.
You
so I'm just like, whatever.
You just did zzz to a person for no reason.
Unnecessary shit.
3 days in a row. Not because we are mad at each other and I fuck with you and zzz, yeah, I got you. This is just out the blue random shit. We're walking around in our
today I
la
want
vortex.
attention. Today I want attention.
But no, it's not that. It's not random. I'm telling you, I told you I was feeling neglected. So whatever it may be, this is what led to it.
But
this
that sounds like a personal problem.
It's personal,
So
but
why
we got it all.
communicate that? Why can't we just say, hey,
We
honey,
did communicate that. I just
before
did it in a clever way.
Why can't we just do that? I'm just saying. Why couldn't we have been,
Why
more
would it
sure and
not
had
be?
a different approach? Your activities led to the same outcome of the conversation.
And it was
Why
a
not start
thrill.
there?
I'm telling you.
Okay, so it's the thrill of it.
It's the thrill of it all. That's why we do this. Don't ever get it twisted.
I'm
Once
just
you fall in
curious.
love and you realize, like, oh, this is cool. Like, you have to create the thrill. The somebody you see every single day, your everyday person, you got to maintain the thrill. So, yeah, I'm going to rock this fucking
I
shit.
cannot
I can understand that a little bit, but
so much as unnecessary agitation. I mean,
Nah, it wasn't
when we're-
unnecessary. What you mean?
Why? You couldn't have just said, hey, babe, I'm feeling neglected, yo. Why couldn't you just said that, yo?
So what?
I'm
So
just
what
saying,
happens
why
if she
couldn't you
changes
just
the
have like that?
password? She does something petty like change the password to your PS4 or whatever the fuck you have.
Yeah, and you can't get online.
You can't
live
even
and
get
talk
on. You can't even
and it's
play.
Friday night and she ain't nowhere around and she out with baby girl.
I think that would be hilarious.
And then you say, you know what, Jim, I can't even get in.
And not
No,
that.
I think that would be hilarious.
Leaves a message for you or something
That's-
on your video game, like in the back of it tape, when she knows you're gonna go look at it to investigate what's going on.
Oh, that's
saying,
hilarious.
ha ha, honey, remember? Zzz, zzz, zzz.
I'm
I'm just putting that out there, yo.
I'm
Yeah,
with the
but-
shits.
And if she does that,
what are you
I want
doing
you to
when that
just, you know what I'm
happens?
saying, bring it
I'm-
back.
yo, I'm with the
so we can
shits.
laugh.
This is the shit that I enjoy. This is the shit that I'm like, yo, baby girl, please prank me. I dare you do it better than me. And when you do, I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh, you had the audacity, really? And she hasn't pranked you back yet?
no, she gets me back in little ways, but I think that's my karma. Like, she hits me with a million little bullshits. And like, when I go to cuddle with her, she'll be like, nah, nigga. And I'll be like, please, can I? She's like, no. And I'm like, but baby, I'm sorry. What did I do? And then she's like, get out of here. And then I'm left out. And then, you know, after too long of that, I got to hide a makeup bag or something. You feel me?
I don't know. Doing things like that are more satisfying when you're on the verge of a breakup. When you like really, really change the Netflix password or whatever on them. Like,
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Like, yup.
That's beast
You won't
mode.
be getting jiggy with the next hoe.
That's beast mode. I've never done that. I have
On
my
the
own guy that
exit,
makes
you
it
know,
fast.
or yes, if you know, saying got beef and shit and you want to stop a good time, you know, I admit to, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to own that.
I'm about to say.
I've partaken in, you know what I'm saying, changing passwords on individuals because, you know, it's my shit. And
So
if
you
I want to change
stopped
my
a good
shit
time.
over, yes, I did. I'll stop a good time on you. If we beefing right now, yeah, we beefing. So, haha,
You
I'm
sound
going to,
like
yo, it is what it is. At least I'm not doing it for no reason. I'm doing it as a reaction for maybe some zzz that maybe
you
I
sound
was
like
receiving
the
out
second
there.
half of a Cheaters episode.
Yo, word.
When they hop out at the restaurant like, hey nigga, what's poppin'? And he's like, oh shit, how did you know? And then, you know, you had already got all the facts on him. Not necessarily cheaters like that, but you had been through all of the intimate shit that you normally don't go through, and you had gotten all the evidence you need, and you run up on him like, what up? We about to fight. And he's like, I didn't, what you, and you're like, I got evidence. And he's like, I didn't, what the, I don't really deal in evidence too much, talk to my lawyer. You sound like the end of a Cheaters episode.
I think I sound like someone that can change their shit if they feel like changing their shit because they have the authority to change their shit.
But that means it ended bad. You're not going to let me rock?
It
If we
doesn't
ended
mean
things
that
on
it's
a
an
good
end.
note,
What if it's on...
I can rock for a few
Okay,
weeks.
well, no.
Pause, it could be,
Let's leave it. Let's
you
leave
know,
it at it
whatever
being
it is.
no. Let's leave it at it being the end. So, all right, you're married, so we're gonna torch your situation out of this.
Okay.
Yeah, but
But what's the extent that you go to forget someone? Like, of course, you know, you want to do petty shit like, all right, haha, you was able to get into my Netflix. No more fucking Bird Box for you. No more fucking
gosh.
Big Mouth for you. I'm just shouting out all my favorite shows on there. All right.
Big Mouth. I like Big Mouth.
Yeah, that was lit. That second season was ridiculous. But yeah, what extent do you go? Because me, if I'm gonna forget you,
Look.
I mean, I have a habit of doing, bullshit like deleting messages and change passwords. And,
Oh yeah.
I mean, have you gone to that extent with anyone? Where you're deleting passwords or even freaking deleting pictures, knowing that this might not really be over, but I'm gonna delete this shit to be super petty, to express myself, to show that I'm really emotional. I'm deleting this picture because I fake don't want any memories of you.
First of all, those are the necessary steps that you have to take anyway if you truly want to get over this person. You're really just lying to yourself because you know you're not over this person, so you want to symbolically rid yourself of this person because you haven't done so properly internally. Because, I mean, if it's at the drop of the hat, like if it's just after the relationship and you know you're going to want these memories, and then you just like delete all of them, then who you really hurting? At the end of the day...
Oh no, we be hurt as fuck when we go delete that thread. We be hurt as fuck. We be like, damn this nigga.
That's true.
I don't want to see nothing that he said to me ever again. Fuck him. Delete the message. I'm deleting pictures. You know damn well you like those pictures. Those pictures were cute. The poses were cute. Y'all look lit. But I mean, instead of, going that extreme, when you're breaking up or, things are getting rocky, you can always just send shit to a cloud and fake delete it off of your phone.
I was about to say.
Send that shit to a cloud.
That's exactly
we're in 2019 now. Like, shit goes to a fucking cloud. I will put mad shit in the cloud and, like, turn around and, like, oh yeah, now I miss you again. At least I still have these fucking memories. But, I mean, I don't know. I use all my clouds. I have several accounts. I mean,
that's funny. I was thinking that earlier.
You got that many fake memories y'all trying to hold
I was thinking about that topic. I was like, I got so many clouds.
I have so many. I don't know if I'm trying to hold on to the memories. Some of the shit is shit I forget.
Stay in the clouds.
But what happens when you forget, right? And then that shit pops back up on you. Like, what if that happens?
What you mean?
Like, all right, we are hanging out. You get like a update on your phone and they grab it, whatever the case may be, and the shit just popped up on your screen. Maybe there's no lock codes or anything like that. But it's like a flashback. You know how like Facebook gives you like 5 years back shit? So like what if it's like one of those, like a pop-up?
No, Facebook, that's different. I mean,
because you can't always erase everything.
You're responsible for shit that's on there, but who really goes back to delete shit? But we're talking about things that you toss in the cloud. Like, I mean, I know we've definitely heard some stories.
Yo.
We've heard stories.
The thing is, there's two sides.
What stories?
There's two sides to cloud storage. Mm-hmm. There's a lighter side and a darker side.
Is there?
You mean there's a PG side and a booty side?
Yeah, I'm probably familiar with the PG side.
G and X, all of that. No,
PG side and like a
side?
kinky boob
Here's
side.
the thing, right? So this is the lighter side of it.
Okay,
I was thinking
what
about
do you
this
upload
earlier.
to a cloud, first of all?
This is the lighter side of it. I was thinking about this earlier, right? So check it.
Mm-hmm.
Me and wifey, we was home with baby girl, and baby girl, like, she's really energetic, especially when we both there. She just be like off the walls. So, sometimes you whip your phone out. She does like, interesting shit, boring shit, interesting shit, boring shit. So you have to be recording for a while to get something fired. You know what I mean? But you'll get it. You'll be like, oh, you did that? Oh, right. So I think she was, she had picked up the controller and then she was trying to control the TV. She was mimicking me. And then she dropped the controller in between two couches and then she climbed to get it and then she was reaching for it and she was like, ah! And I'm like, fake crying, like, ah! And then looking up like, nigga, help. She's like, ah! And I'm like, nah, you good. But eventually she's playing with the controller and I'm recording all of this and I used up a gig of space, like just like that. And my phone, I just cracked my screen. I've been begging for a new phone. I've been asking myself how I dropped the screen just now after like years of not dropping the screen. But anyway, a message to myself. So my phone is getting to the end of its storage limit and I used a gig and it's like, nah, I gotta get this the fuck up out of here. I need this phone for a little while longer. Mm-hmm. So I sent that shit to the cloud immediately and then deleted all the shit off the local part of my phone. So now it's in the cloud. I could go get it when I want. Right, so that's the lighter side.
The darker side is when you're getting those messages, shit that you shouldn't be getting, pictures you shouldn't have gotten, that go to the cloud. I mean, we ain't gonna say no names, but we have some stories from one of our everyday people who pretty much forgot what was uploaded previous to his relationship. Again, I'm not gonna say any names, but previous to his relationship, forgot what was uploaded, and of course he went into the storage. I guess he remembered he had it, and boom.
No. I
don't remember the specifics of what was there,
that's what I'm saying.
The point is, it was shit that his lady, playfully or not, questioned. So it's like, the fucking cloud storage will get a motherfucker in trouble sometimes.
Right.
You gotta remember what the fuck you uploaded there. Like, whether it's the booty pictures, with us, I mean, we do screenshots. Nigga send a dick pic. It's a screenshot. Send to the cloud. This shit cannot stay in my fucking phone. But, I don't know. I mean...
Here's the thing, right? In defense of the homie, like, I'm a Gmail interface ass nigga. He's an iPhone interface ass nigga. So, I sent him something on Gmail and it could have opened up some shit that iPhone people don't really use like that. So, I sent him something in Google Drive, right? And
so it's Google and Apple's fault?
It's definitely not anyone's fault. I don't really know if it's a fault. More so than just one of those things.
Programming? How
one of
about
those
that?
things coming back from your past.
It depends on how much trouble he got in.
Yeah, I think
how much trouble he got in from whatever.
I don't think you can get in trouble for that at all, right? And that's the darker side of cloud storage. First, just make sure you got Wi-Fi. If you don't have a limited connection or whatever, like that shit burns up a lot of data. So make sure you got that free Wi-Fi. There's all of that going now, right? But the dark side was created because you have people who want to show you their camera reel, right? But they want to say, after you seeing 2 pictures, don't scroll back no more. And you like, okay, it's a little awkward.
Yeah, because they're supposed to put the shit that they don't want you to see in
the
cloud.
That's the point. So that's what I was thinking about it earlier. I'm like, you got the people who'll be like, yo, and you know what's so funny? It might even be that they want you to see it, because I used to do that too. But it might even be that they want you to see it, so they go, look at this picture I just took 5 days ago. Scroll. Let's not scroll back too far.
But they'll stand over you like,
because I might have been
waiting for your approval, because they know you're gonna swipe to it. So they're like, yeah, don't look at that.
So they secretly want you to see
don't look at that.
Features that they're trying to fake hide from you.
That's a fact. This is like, yo, I may have recently been a hoe, and you might judge me. And this is just speaking from both sides of the perspective, male and female. You feel me? But here, look at my phone. So the dark side of it, right back before I was faithful to one woman, right? I used to collect many moons ago, many stars ago. In my old life, because I now have
your previous
life.
You, because you were a different being then. I would
right.
say.
So none of this is technically wrong by any standard.
You're just referring to an old friend of yours that happens to know you very well.
Old friends, and she knew old me, so she was there too. Eureka! You know what I'm saying? But look, I used to collect a lot of emotions. I'll call them, right, of stunning young beings called women, right. I think the youngin call them bad bitches, right? So I used to get my MMS and I sent them to my Dropbox, so they don't even appear in my camera reel no more, right? And then I used to save them by folder, so I have folders of each woman, each being, and in our exchange, whether it be intense conversations or pictures that she sent me. I used to keep them by folder, and you just go through them, you reminisce, and you fall in love all over again. You have documented your experience, because the unexamined life isn't worth living.
But
see, y'all get a picture that y'all want.
Make it actually seem like a bad thing that these photos are being saved in cloud storage.
No,
by even the fact that there's some type of emotional connection with viewing them and going back and kind of reliving the moment to an extent.
There was an emotional
I understand that,
connection
but the fact
created
that you're
when they were created.
Saving it.
They're
I know,
your children.
But moments
you can't
are supposed to
kill
pass.
them.
I'm not saying your children.
They know they are. These are your thoughts. These are the emotions that you have logged in your.
And that's why I say you are actually arguing for the other side of this story. You're arguing for the dark side, and you're like living proof of why the dark side isn't so great. I'm just saying.
Okay, but
so I'm just saying this is I'm just
point blank. Guys don't get pictures that they, girls are not sending pictures that guys don't really want. I mean, y'all gonna get some titty pictures. We get dick pics that we don't want. Hell, I was going through my phone and I saw a picture that a guy sent to me. Yeah, I got a story.
Goodness.
Okay.
I'm going through my phone.
I got a story.
Yeah, I got a fucking story.
Right.
I'm going through my phone and I found a picture that a guy sent to me, and I'm gonna leave a disclaimer. I know exactly who he was, okay? I was very aware of who he was. But long story short, and the message was from about a year ago actually. This was almost a year to the day. A little over a year to the day. January 24th of 2018. He just texted me randomly. I'm getting the idea that you don't remember me. The disclaimer is I remember exactly who the fuck he was, okay? And he even said, he ends up sending me a picture. And this is what I'm talking about, getting fucking pictures that you don't want. Like, I was purposely trying not to remember him. So he's like, I'm getting the idea you don't remember me. He even states me by my fucking name. He's like, Kia, just to remind you, if you don't know and think somebody's playing games, this is Lawrence. Hey, Lawrence. This is Lawrence.
Oh, no, you did it.
Hey, Lawrence. How are you?
What? Oh, you're
We
terrible.
met in TJ Maxx long ago. Hey, Lawrence. How are you? You and I, along with your daughter, sat at IHOP together. My treat. I'm going to stop right there, okay? I told you guys, I remember exactly what happened. First of all, it wasn't my daughter. It was my son. Okay? This is how I know this motherfucker's on drugs. It was my son. He just had a lot of fucking hair at that time. We just happened to be in TJ Maxx. You could find any little knickknack. I was looking for a book bag. It was around the time school was starting. I'm looking for a book bag, and this Lawrence character approaches me, and he's like, hey, beautiful, what's up? The trying to bag you shit,
Trying to bag you
I
shit?
can't explain it. I'm just trying to bag you. That's what it is. And he's talking to me and he offers me lunch. And IHOP just happened to be next door, so of course I'm like, cool. I mean, I got my son with me, but I'm like, he sees I have my son with me, so it must be okay. He obviously doesn't mind. He ain't that cute, but fuck it, we're hungry. My son just told me he was hungry, so we're hungry. So anyway, after he tells me that, he's like, you and I, along with your daughter, sat at IHOP together, my treat.
That's so fucking rude.
This is me. Don't recall. He's like, really? You was there wearing a green-like dress that fits you like a glove. Fucking poetic type shit is this?
Yo, it is what it is.
I believe you was looking for a book bag for your daughter. Again, I was with my son. But none was available. Then I offered to take you to lunch and you said, sure, why not? And we went to IHOP next door to TJ Maxx. It was located on, I'm not going to give the specifics of that. I got people that might stalk me. And then he sends me the picture. He's like, does this ring a bell? I knew exactly what the fuck this man was talking about. But me, I'm like, when was this? He's like, last year. He even sends me pictures of old conversations. So I'm like, did he pull this out of his fucking cloud?
Shit.
He had screenshots.
Maybe he kept the shit open. Maybe
he pulled this shit out of his fucking cloud, because I damn sure deleted these messages.
How long ago was this?
Is that a year?
About a year. But the messages were from months prior. I remember every conversation I had with this man. I was not attracted to him. He had these tiny little fucking ears, right? How you gonna pay attention and hear me with these tiny little fucking ears, okay?
Well, he was with you and your daughter. What are you talking about anyway, yo? Maybe it wasn't you.
Listen, I'm done having kids, so I'll talk about people all I fucking want to, okay? So he sends me a picture of the message that we had, and I'm like, yeah, I don't recall. I recalled everything. I can clearly see in the message that I'm going back and forth with him, but I still played oblivious and dumb. I'm like, yeah, I don't recall. He's like, how about this? I can make a date with you. And I ended the conversation with a, no, that's okay. No, that's okay. No, that's okay. So, I know we were, going off on a tangent, but the fact that he sent me the picture, I had this conversation in my cloud, so that's why I'm talking about it. But that's my new shit now. That's okay. If I am not approving of your, the request or whatever it may be, my answer for 2019, I said this in 2018, but I'm going to take it into 2019. No, that's okay. So it don't matter if I'm not attracted to you, if I'm just not feeling the vibe, it's just going to be a no, that's okay.
That's it's pretty dismissive.
I mean, yeah, he could have definitely, I don't know, maybe if he was someone different or he approached the text in a different way, maybe it would
Is it just that because you wasn't attracted to him because of his tiny ears? Because
nah.
It sounds like, no, stop for a second. I mean, because if she could have gotten past that, she would have saw him again. If there was any type of interest,
that's the point.
she would have immediately saw him. So from the beginning, it was his exterior that stopped everything, like his little ass ears. He didn't have a shot.
Nah, here's what I think.
How you gonna hear what I say with them little ass ears?
Here's what I think.
Not even that.
How you gonna hear where I'm coming from with them little ass ears?
I think that he should have stopped on the "Do you remember me?" Right? Because once you would have said nah, it'd have been like, "Oh, word? Alright."
You should have felt played. You should have felt played enough to stop.
Well, not even played, but
Nah.
first of all, it's never played, because if you don't take your shot, then you feel played. But if you take your shot and you miss, you shouldn't feel played.
All right, true. I'd rather you take a shot.
It's collection of data. It's who you are
ahead.
now. Nigga, that happened. Eat that. Live through that. Let your heart shine anyway. It makes you better.
And try again. Go ahead.
That's the point. So it's chess. So at that point, he would have hit, he did the thirsty thing. He was like, yo, look at me. You remember me? Remember me? We was talking that time. Yo, we should talk. Like, nah, fuck that shit.
No, that's okay.
That's exactly. Then you'll get that. Okay. No, that's okay is the I'm tuning out. Why the fuck are you tuning out? I didn't even say that.
No, that's okay.
But what's not okay?
No, that's okay.
Exactly. That's my point. Once you get to the no, that's okay stage,
I'm tuned out already. I'm tuned out.
You know what?
So nothing is okay.
Unfortunately, that's okay.
No is short for nothing.
Nah, that's okay. I'm sorry. This makes me have a bad flashback. This feels like our everyday place. I'm sorry. And you know what I'm saying? When we fake it shut down on occasion.
That's my point. When people shut you down.
It's the most dismissive thing ever it is. Like, yo, what you mean that's okay?
No, that's okay.
Yo, I didn't say anything. What do you mean that's okay? I at least said, yo, at least listen to what I said to say no.
I appreciate
what you're about to say.
But no,
the whole 50 to 100 words you're about to say, that's okay. Dude. Save your breath. I know you gotta say that shit, but no, that's okay. But get the fuck out of here.
Imagine a nigga proposing to you and you're like, oh, no, that's okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, he wasn't feeling.
Okay.
It's hard to get past that.
Do you know how much his manhood would be crushed? He would feel so emasculated.
That's the point.
By a simple sentence.
Listen to what this gentleman should have done. He should have left there and then left the curiosity or the mystery to arouse you by itself. And then you hit him up one day when you're caught in that moment. But he should have just left. Like that no, that's okay shit. Talking to that shit, that type of programming, it's like
defense.
It's programming. It's defense programming. It's extremely effective. But how you turn into a wall? You're a whole human being. Like, it's super disrespectful.
So you just
I'm out of here. I'm not going to give one more second of my fucking energy.
No, that's okay.
To this that's okay shit.
No is short for nothing. So
like,
nothing is okay.
Go and talk to them. Go and talk to them. Hey, I'm trying to talk to you. No, that's okay. All right, fuck this shit. I'm out.
I mean, that's pretty much what he did. He didn't reply after the no, that's okay. It was...
Alright, so here it is though. What if
Shout out to Lawrence though. I am all for the free shit, and that meal was completely on him. My son enjoyed it as well. He loves IHOP. All right. So there we go.
Let me ask you a question about your latest slogan, right? No, that's okay. So if I'm out one night, right? If I'm out one night and I'm not wearing my jacket, right? And then I come home at like 5:30.
Oh, like how Jeff, our cameraman, doesn't have coats?
And I'm coming home.
In the winter, there's no coats?
At like 5:30 in the morning.
Like blizzard time, no coats?
And then I tell my girl.
Wait, why?
I tell my girl. I say, babe. I say, babe.
Rewind that.
For a second, who doesn't wear a coat?
Rewind that.
I want to know who doesn't wear a coat.
Why is it a blizzard and you don't have on a coat?
Yeah,
who said it was a blizzard?
Did you just say the word blizzard?
Yeah, I heard blizzard.
I heard blizzard.
Did I say blizzard?
Alright, fine. I might have said blizzard. It doesn't matter. If I'm out in the blizzard with no coat and I get home at 5:30, and you say, "Babe, where were you?" and I say, "I was the last stop," right? Can then you say, "No, that's okay"? And then
I'm gonna reject your fucking lie. Oh, you was the last stop?
No, that's okay. No, that's
Polar
okay.
Express?
Like, babe, I was the last stop. No, that's okay.
No, that's okay.
But I was the last stop. No, that's okay.
Okay, so back to the guy that I was trying to get before he got shut down, all right? What's appropriate as far as text etiquette type shit? How should he have gotten Kia to maybe be more receptive to him? Like, what could have gotten him an in?
Goddamn fucking.
Well, that's because of those ears. But if those ears weren't
text
there,
etiquette, yes.
Text etiquette. We
School
digress. Yes, text etiquette.
School
Like, what would have been appropriate if he didn't have tiny ears, and if he was somebody that you could possibly be attracted to? What would have been a good way to hit you up and say, "Hey"?
Let me go through it.
It's been a minute since I've seen you.
Text etiquette. School me.
Yeah, because he started off with, "I'm getting the idea you don't remember me." He should have just, "What's up, Kia? How you doing?" I would have preferred that over, "I'm getting the." I mean, yeah, I was ignoring his messages, and he had to switch it to WhatsApp from the regular text message because I just completely checked out. So honestly, with him, there wouldn't have been a way. I mean, I got what I wanted. I ain't need nothing else.
Well, had he been someone that you...
Had he been someone else with bigger ears?
Just a different being.
Okay.
What would have been a good way for him to have reached out to Miss Kia to say, "Hey, I'd like to kick it with you"?
Honestly?
Yeah. What's appropriate as far as reaching out text-wise?
Okay.
If you're not going to call it.
All right. So I would have, if I were him, because I got a lot of game, and if I was a guy, I would just be running the streets. But no. No, I digress.
Different Kia. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would be slaying these bitches. But no. He should have really approached it with all right, since I got you lunch, now I owe you dinner.
And
see,
that would have been. That would have
broke the ice right there. That's why you leave. You leave. Don't fucking ruin your chance talking to a "nah, that's okay" bot. She shut you down. Get the fuck out of there. Your energy
But he got shut down because he didn't even know how to engage. So we're trying to help the being that doesn't know how to engage to get some text etiquette. Let's stay focused on what is at hand. We're trying to help out humanity right now a little bit. Fake a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to help out Lawrence.
We're trying to help out those that are trying to get Kia's attention, how to get a good possible response out of her that's okay type shit.
Alright, so the W is living, fighting and running away so you could live to fight another day. Then he could have used that after figuring out your freeze technique. He could just came back with the lock and break it down instead of trying to climb. But you said he should have hit you with the "now I owe you dinner." So you want a proposal on the table. You want a little business talked about for him to get back in. So he's not just going to get back in. He got to offer you to sit at the table, and then we see whose side is leaning.
So I have a quick question. Now, you said that there were old text messages, right? That you guys once did have some type of correspondence at some time, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you guys were corresponding before, why didn't you guys ever meet up again? Like, what type of correspondence was there? Was there any type of innuendos or anything like, "Hey, I might be fake feeling you" at all from you?
Not from me.
It's a lie.
Like I explained before, he had to hop from the messages.
I don't believe it. She all on me. I think she want me. Girl.
I was not throwing those hints to him. I was pretty...
Were we throwing maybe subs?
I don't even have the freaking text messages.
Well, you mentioned something about the cloud and you reverted back to find these. So they're out there. Remember, they're out there. Remember how we feel about the storage?
No, what's out there is the current message I was reading. What the messages that he claims that he had proof of, and I still won't own up to.
That's why I'm not owning them.
I'm not owning up to those messages.
Memory is not as clear as the others, I guess.
Oh no, mine's is crystal clear. But
I'm just curious.
That's okay.
That's what I'm saying. So
Lawrence gonna be watching this. He's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" I'm just trying to figure out if maybe... How could you remember that much and pretend so little? Pretend that you didn't. He's gonna be tight.
But honestly, was it that he waited so long in between the dialogue? Is all I'm trying to figure out is why he got shut down so long.
I just was not interested. I was interested in one thing, and that was filling my stomach and the stomach of my son. Okay, so it was never
about I'm gonna ever.
Who he claims was a girl, by the way.
Okay, so he's playing it wrong.
Well, Lily's is a pretty, you know what I'm saying? Yes, please. Young man. You know what I'm saying? And he had a lot of hair. But I'm sure you told him then, this is my son. You would never have said this is my daughter. So anyway, so you sure you wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, throwing this dude subs? Is all I was asking.
Oh, no. Like I said, he had to revert to WhatsApp because I wasn't responding to the text messages.
So that's even aggressive in that. I mean, if you stop talking
he was super aggressive. Obviously, he was able to detail, like, you poetic ass nigga. You was wearing a green dress that fits you like a glove. Yes, the fuck I was wearing a green dress that fit me like a glove, but...
Keep that. Keep all of that, homie.
All right.
Yes, the fuck I was.
So I think
wearing
we're
a green
keeping off
dress
text etiquette, guys, because nothing would have worked then, right?
Nothing would have worked.
All right. So what about
she just said what would have worked?
All right. So
she said if he would have invited her to
he was someone else, the proposal would have worked.
She said
his tiny ass ears stopped him from the door. Remember, let's not forget the details here. So if he didn't have the tiny ass ears, he could have maybe got a part 2 where maybe he could have talked to her by himself.
Yeah, like these tiny little peanut chew ears.
It sounds like it just wasn't going to work from the door. But let's just talk about in general then text etiquette. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get someone's attention via text if you're trying to? Like, do you do like the hey? You know what I'm saying? Is it different?
Depends on the time of the day as well.
All right, so
those are factors to consider.
What if he's doing it versus she's doing it?
We're not going to talk about Lawrence.
No, forget Lawrence. We're just saying just a male sending a hey out there at 12 a.m. versus a female sending you a hey message at 12 a.m. Are there different meanings to there?
Super different.
Well, then let's talk about that.
They mean the same thing.
All right, so let's
mean the same thing, but we'll give a different response.
The roads
we get there.
Yeah, the road to get there is a little bit different.
So what are the etiquette things, and how do you get to the promised land or the road that you ideally want to get to?
Who knows? Well, like, y'all change it all the time.
Who's y'all?
So, well, I mean, females.
Females, okay, well, that's
just what's accepted, like, now there's a whole sliding DMs thing. Like, so what is this? Like, sliding the DMs, I was actually just saying something. But it is what it is. However you choose to take it is how you choose to take it. You don't think it's a little bit like text etiquette? It's like, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that approach really, depending on what your position is in the game, because we're talking about the game at hand. We're not talking about you per se, Stevan, that's out of the game, that's not playing, and doesn't have a shot in hell to score. So we're not talking about that.
It brings me back.
We are talking about just the game in general. When you did play, you were probably a champion, which is why she grabbed you and you grabbed her. Whatever. I'm not going to build you. We're going to keep going.
Has your jersey been hung yet?
He's got tons of paddles. I'm sure he was out there doing a great, whatever he was doing. But focus.
What I want.
All right. So,
you going to get your ass beat, okay?
I'm trying to help.
Oh, you do what you want?
Yeah. Anyway, so back to if you were out there playing the game, and if your response or what the reaction you were trying to get wasn't, fuck that shit.
Okay, I agree.
What would you do? That's what we're talking about.
What would I do? I do? I would do something thought-provoking.
Thought-provoking? What's thought-provoking?
Yeah, I don't know. That's just me. Like, some people may find it corny, but if you find the person who is on that frequency...
Well, I have a pause question for you, and I'm only going to pause because you shared a story, and so I'm curious about the human that I'm talking to at this moment. So... are your interesting texts or thought-provoking texts kind of like your activities? I'm just trying to...
No.
Okay, go ahead then, please.
Listen, I'm in that situation, I'm trying to communicate like, hey, nigga, come see me. And then I do things that force you to come see me. So you like, nigga, where's my shit? I know you got it. And then it's like...
All right, so for text etiquette and how do we get the response?
All right, my bad. I'll just go back into... So there are different situations, but text etiquette is like, you want to say something that's lasting to someone. You don't want it to be more of the everyday small talk bullshit. So if you come out swinging with like your best shit, and I'm talking your best shit... give examples. Then that's what it's for. Like, no examples. Like, I'm not even gonna...
Scenarios, or
like, if you talking to some... Like, I'm gonna just go back to the hit shit. You know, that Will Smith movie? There's something you can say at that moment to connect to one of yourselves, the version of you that is successful right now. Meaning, if you're trying to talk to a young lady and you're just going with the flow, meaning you're watching the environment, you're watching her in the environment, and you're able to say something that captivates her based on what's happening at the moment. Like, not some rehearsed line, not some pre-recorded this is what I have to say to get her number type shit.
But
if you're able to enter the vortex with her as soon as you meet,
but how
your
do you do that
chances
via
go
text?
up 100%.
I agree with that, but that's more of an in-person social interaction. We're talking about texting.
All right, so look at my exercise. Look at my amputatedness.
No, apply that in the text form. That's what we're talking about. Exactly. Texts are kind of like a hit in and out. Either you're gonna say something that's gonna get the person's attention, you guys are gonna start engaging, or you're not. And life moves, and you just don't have the moment to engage at that moment. But if you're engaging, like, how do you get the person to engage with you
text
if you're trying
messages,
to engage? Because texts are meant to just
here's the thing.
Get in and get out a little bit.
Text messages, based on what she just said, should be used as clues. So, like, or tools. You know, a tool to your vortex moment with this young lady. If you can't get it off the rip, like, if you see her at a party, you saying things, she's feeling the way, y'all in that moment, and then you got like, all right, boom, got it. And then even if afterwards she's like, why the fuck did I do that? She did that because it happened at the moment. Texting is different. Maybe texting should be used to set up the moment. Texting should be like she said, if he was someone different, what would have worked was inviting her out to dinner. Look, let's have a moment together. This is the moment. And then she just connects to it like, all right, fine, I'll see you at that moment. And I'm being awkward in the same moment because time is a measure of action.
So let me ask you this. How many Y's do you add to your hey when you're hitting up a chick that you didn't even get the panties to yet?
That's the shit I don't get. I haven't fallen in line. I don't even have an iPhone. Like, there's a lot that text etiquette that just sets me over in a certain area. And I'm like, play this game. But this is not real. I'd rather have the moment in real life. So I just don't play. So
Wise, but if you were forced to be pulled into the madness of the text interaction, which is the question and the game at hand, and these are just the rules to the game that we're talking about, just like Monopoly, there's rules. We're talking about the text game. That's it. We're not talking about your stance, your views, your beliefs.
As you can say, I be playing by my own rules. Man.
Clearly. So this 3 Ys, 2 Ys, 12 a.m., 1 a.m. Like, what is it?
You send a hey with too many Ys at a certain time. It's hey.
Yeah, it determines if I'm
going
to leave you.
Is that wet enough for me?
It determines if you get available? Left on scene or meaning if you have to take this information right now. Like if somebody hit you with 3 Ys and you leave that for a few hours, depending on who it is, it might not be available. Like there's windows that take place here. So the text that you get, the response that you get from someone at 5:45 p.m. or at 10:45 p.m.
Nah, we talking about some
3:45
2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. shit.
So are we just starting to
that's
engage at that time,
no
or you're ending the engagement?
Starting or ending.
All right, so if a female hits you up, hits you with the hey, there's like 4 Ys on that fucking hey.
What time does it start and what?
And at what? Okay.
And what day of the week is this? I'm just curious.
Weekend.
After 9.
Wait, so Friday.
After 11. Do you think that's a booty call?
What day of the week though?
Weekend.
So Friday or Saturday.
After 9. After 9, wine and dine. After 12 is lunch though. Like after 12 a.m., like any text you're getting around that time from a member of the opposite sex, if it hasn't been a consistent conversation from another period of the day, like if that's where you starting or if that's where the y'all about to suggest something to each other, if it's at 12 something, your emotions there a little bit like, hey yo, I'm trying to see you, like come through, or I'm gonna come through, or where we gonna meet, or where you at, or what you doing, or I'm thinking of you at this late. That's where all the crazy shit happens. That's when you be jonesing on the phone.
Okay, but do you have the right to assume that she's making a dick call, trying to get an appointment set up?
Yes, because she called
she's writing
me.
You, hey, if she's hitting you up, but what if it's just an old friend that you just happen to pop up in her mind, and she's like, let me capture the moment and actually, reach out to him while I'm thinking about him.
At 12:30, at 2:30 a.m. You know how I'm catching that?
Some women are eccentric, and maybe to them 12
I'm
is
not
like
that lady.
8.
Sorry, I'm not hitting you up at those hours unless
what it is.
I'm looking.
There's a lane for everybody.
Some type of services.
That's what I'm saying. So if you hit a nigga up, it's perfectly okay for him to assume like, oh, it's action time. Let me go take a shower real quick. Oh, all right.
and y'all be coming out smelling like super Dove, like, oh, you thought you was getting some pussy. I was just coming to spend time with you and just talk to you.
Can't do that.
What happens in that scenario? Is that a problem if that happens too many times, or is that a problem if that even happens once?
It's a problem if it happens too many times. If at once, it's a test. So what you could do is you could press forward and see if her walls are, like, her defense is weak. Throw your best moves out there. You know how it is. But at the end of the day...
So what if it happens a couple of times?
At the end of the day, it's a test from her. You have to play.
Well,
it's
always
way.
a test. It's always a game. I mean, and usually sometimes it's
No,
it's either if or it's either
once,
win.
Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me.
Not necessarily.
If you allow the female to continue to do that to you,
You a fool.
you a fucking fool.
Yeah.
You keep answering these 2 a.m. texts to talk. The fuck do y'all have to talk about at 2 a.m.? You want to talk about how you hopping in that Uber and you better not be the last
Some individuals are
stop.
more engaging than others. What
You're
do you
hopping in that
say?
Uber
I don't know, Kia.
and you should be on your way to me and you better not be the last stop, okay? That's all we need to talk about
That's
at
funny.
2 a.m.
If he's out and then you tell him to come through and then he don't come through or he don't even answer, he might have stopped somewhere else. It'd be like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You got an earlier invitation? Is that it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, the destination just had to be closer. That's it. Because
Destination had to be closer or the circumstances lined up better. Like, we had actually been continuing a conversation from earlier in the day, whereas I hit you up at 12 a.m. or you hit me up at 2 a.m. So it may just, that's what I like to call circumstances.
But I'll tell you this, we're more likely to reject that 2 a.m. hit up because they'll send the eye emojis like, you up? WYZ. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nigga, who cares? That's transparency for
If
you.
I respond,
you know what time it is.
there's 2 reasons why I would respond. One response might be because I am all for the engagement. Okay? I know what you're doing. I am down for it. Come through. The other response would be, nah, now I'm in the mood to argue. Now I feel like telling you off because there's no reason why you should be hitting me up at this hour. Who the fuck do you think I am? It's going to be one or the other. If I ignore it, you probably shouldn't hit me up after that. At all, period. So, that whole 2 a.m., hey, what are you doing? We all know it's for one thing. And we are in control of whether we engage or not. But Miss, I've been in my relationship for umpteen years.
Yeah, many moons at this point.
Many moves.
That might not be something that you have experienced.
Yeah, I'm not that familiar with it. I mean, we hit each other up, you know what I'm saying? But nah, that's not.
Are we
really
still not
my thing.
we're still not disclosing?
We're not disclosing what, Miss Lady? What would we like to disclose and what would we not like to disclose? And then I'll let you know if we're disclosing it or not.
What would we like to be disclosed?
Nah, you ain't gonna put your business out there.
Well,
now this.
I mean, you have the forum. I'm actually waiting to
but
hear.
these are things that you've probably not experienced because you've been with the same person.
I get it. I mean,
Right, so that judgment arm you
I don't have a judgment arm,
reaching
guys.
over with is kind of strong.
Come on. I don't have a judgment arm.
You have a super judgment arm.
I do not.
Listen, I've been in a relationship for a
Listen, you know
million
what?
years,
This whole
so I don't
judgy.
really know what it's like to send or receive dick pics like that.
Hey. Anyway, quiet yourself. Anyway,
I'm just saying,
as I'm
like,
trying
you
to
judge me
say,
dumb hard
as I try
for
to say,
having
oh,
weird
the
shit in my
boisterous
cloud.
human Leo in the room. Jeez Louise, can I get a word in?
Like, she could get a ton of words
Thank
in.
you. All right,
Me
but
too.
in 2 seconds I'm gonna call on you. Okay. So anyway, all this sounds like to me is like people getting the wrong impression of me. But this actually reminds me of something
Victim?
funny that happened. No fucking victim. We'll be homeboy. Let's get it clear. We know who we're talking to. Anyway, as Miss Kia and I were, you know what I'm saying, having a moment, you know what I'm saying, reflecting on our earlier interactions in life and how we first got acquainted with one another. Mm-hmm. She was telling me some choice adjectives, right, that were being used to describe me. Choice adjectives. Yes. So one of these words was a completely new word for me that actually amused me. But I had to look up the fucking word. So hold on, let me pull it up because I'm going to read this definition because it's fucking amusing as hell. And it's one of your people.
We called her Stush.
Yeah, Stush.
Stush and bright and
we called her
Stush.
Whatever. Stush shit.
Stush and bright and feisted.
Quiet yourself.
We called her Stush.
Yeah.
Well, she was, introduced to me as being Stush And
I've never heard of this.
I mean, I have enough Caribbean blood in me to know what the fuck stush is.
Well, I don't. I'm not Caribbean. I'm a Yankee, okay? And I'm from Rockland on top of it. So anyway, I'm going to read the fucking definition. All right, stush. So, conceited, superior, having an air of bitchy hauteur, particularly with regard to personal appearance, but with good reason. So, I read this, right? And I said, I'm not fucking offended. I'm not offended at all. It's amusing a little bit. I don't think I'm fucking stush.
It's okay to be stush.
But guess what? Conceited, I was taught, and I was raised as a child, and Stefan, you may have also been raised this way, that you're supposed to like yourself.
So I wasn't raised that way?
I don't know, because I hope so, but Stefan and I have had stories where we've laughed about our parents because my dad told me, because we got called conceited in school when we was kids growing up. And my dad said, that's good. You're supposed to be conceited. Because if you don't like yourself, nobody else is going to like you.
And there's no reason
we
for you to don't
it.
feel offended about stush.
I'm not, no. I said I embrace it. I said I'm not offended by these adjectives. But it was used as a negative.
Of royalty. Is people recognizing that? Like, you acting kind of royal, yo.
I think it was used to try to, as a negative. I'm just not offended by it. I think it wasn't meant in the best, way type shit. But I don't give a fuck. Like I said, I'm not offended by it.
Here's what I
come to understand.
You're guarded. You're pretty guarded.
I understand stush to be recognition of royalty from both parts. So someone who can recognize royalty is also of royalty, or they've been around royalty. So when someone calls you stush, they're recognizing like, oh, you think you're too good, but too good for what really? Like we're both living the same experience. So it's someone's call out to say, I see you, king. Like in a weird way. They meant it to be a negative, but how could it be a negative? And when it's based on how you look at it. I could call you stush and I could feel mad happy with you and say, yo, you mad stush. Like girlfriends,
and I would say, and
like
laugh,
a girlfriend would say
too.
to another chick after she curves a nigga on some hard body shit.
Like
stush.
Kia saying, that's okay. Or no, that's
okay.
Like that's it. Like when you get curved like
right,
that. Okay, go ahead.
A woman that's stush
would hit you with a not yo.
So wouldn't Kia be defined as stush as well, based on her behavior, and that's okay? How could she not?
No, that could be defined as stush.
I thought so.
Because by declining the whole moment, it's like, nigga, what you think? Alright, you stush. I see you.
Yeah, your ears are way too fucking little. No, that's okay.
So anyway, what? Stush. That's my new vocabulary word for the week.
Your ears were way too little.
Yeah, tiny ears.
How the fuck are you supposed to hear or understand anything that I'm saying to you? How you gonna hear this game that I'm kicking to you and you got these little ass fucking ears?
Maybe he would have absorbed so much of your game and you would have been so mesmerized by you.
You could have peanut chew?
Peanut chew ears.
Peanut chew ears.
You know them fucking peanut chews for like 5 cents? That's what the fuck his ears look like.
That's 80s baby talk, yo.
Fact. Shout out. Corner Store Bodega.
Corner Store Bodega.
You could get all that shit for like 50 cents. Like 20 of them shits.
They used to be 5 cents back in the day.
But, shit. But yeah, we're telling our age here.
Super telling our age.
Wait. Talking about age, isn't somebody almost an adult? Like almost legal? And I say that hilariously.
I turned 21 years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Like, isn't the baby face about to be legal, where maybe she might not get proof every 2 seconds? Maybe it'll be like every hour instead.
I turned 21 years ago.
Anyway, she might be turning 30 soon, which is why I say she might be turning legal, because right now she's still a baby of the group.
We are in the season of Aquarius, and yes, I am a proud fucking... the only air sign in the room, I'm assuming. The air in between these two fire signs. So yes. I am turning 30 at the end of this week. I am leaving my 20s, my glorious fucking 20s. I call it tragic magic. My 20s were a tragic magic. So
tragic magic?
Tragic magic.
That sounds interesting. That makes me want to know more about tragic magic.
I went through so much in my 20s, but still somehow made the best of like every situation that I've been in. No matter what the fuck happened, I always came above. I always...
Like what?
What's
anything, relationship wise,
like
anything, money wise, anything.
No. Relationship wise, you started with that. Like what?
Listen,
Like what, Kiki?
Y'all are getting too.
No, it's a time of reflection.
All right, a time of reflection. Okay.
You're leaving it behind you. It's out. It's
my
over. 20s
were filled with. Well, I only had like 2 relationships in my 20s, and they were both horrific. I honestly I didn't go through the whole cheating on. I just dealt with people who were attached to my enabling and healing persona. And they were really damaged individuals. So my patience and my energy and my self-awareness was tested in my 20s, okay? And
that's a lot for 20s. 20s, we don't really know ourselves that well.
Having children.
Trey Uno.
Oh, wow.
20s were really tragic magic. I would come out of polished shit smelling like roses, as my mother would say to me. You come out of polished shit smelling like roses all the time. And I'm on the tail end of my 20s. I'll be 30 at the end of the week, like I said.
Okay.
And like I said, my 20s were tragic magic, but you guys being over 30, Miss Tara, who doesn't really tell us how old she is.
I say my grown man answer.
She's over 30. We will just say that.
That's what I always said.
Berner recently came into the 30s, so he should have a little insight. But what exactly should I be expecting? Because besides growth.
Well, besides growth, I think you're gonna be in for a good time. You're gonna be so much more comfortable.
How's my
with
sex life
Kia.
gonna be?
It's gonna get better because you're gonna be you're gonna own your shit. Like what you think you know, you don't fucking know anything yet.
Yeah.
You're gonna soon see how much you didn't know in the next 2 to 3 years. It's gonna be
so am I gonna find realms?
You're gonna be in a whole different universe. Everything you, like I said, what you think you know, you're gonna know how much you didn't know in 3 years, and it's gonna be funny. So I say in 5 years, the conversation we're gonna have is gonna be funnier. But things like that, just everything about yourself, your being, your spirit, like just even interacting with other people, other females, just even men, just your tolerance and
my tolerance,
understanding.
Your understanding goes up, and your patience is gone because you're not going to waste your time. You're instantly dissecting and knowing whether or not you're going to engage and entertain this person. You're going to just not have to waste any time.
Not even romantic.
Quickly.
Just
you're not even going to get to a romance. You're just going to not even engage to the point because you know, why should you? You're going to see the flaw from the beginning and pass, rather than have the interaction and waste your time with it and say, damn, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, so save the 2 weeks and the 2 months and do something else.
So 30s will be more of a spiritual awakening. I mean, I've
spiritual, physical, even sexual.
That in my late 20s.
Yeah, but
you haven't, not to the full magnitude.
It's not something that is a one-time thing. It's something that it's a growing thing.
Yeah, so that's why
as you
keep
have
growing.
Spiritual epiphanies, you will have a better one each time, unless you are regressing. And if you regress, you'll have one that's just as magnificent, but in another direction. So even if, to all my peoples who be on a good path and they feel like they get off and they start on a broken path, that's still knowledge. It's just more painful. It's just more emotion filled. It stays with you though. So learn from it. Just like this. That you're walking into your 30s, you're about to have a crazy spiritual evolution. You're going to be able to understand yourself that like you never have before. You're going to be able to avoid situations that drain your energy. You're going to start learning how to reserve your energy. It'll make you look at old people and I don't give a fuck what you're talking about attitude, and it'll make you kind of embrace it because worrying is something for the immature, so you'll continue to grow and
be more stush.
Be more stush.
2019, be more stush.
The word of the day, the word of the week. Until next time,
word of the year.
Stush.
Let's say word of the year. I like stush now.
Oh my god.
I'm really
be more
hilarious.
Stush.
I think everyone should be more stush.
I don't think it's that. Like I said, I don't think it's. Yeah, you're stush, but it's a good thing. I mean,
I don't mind being stush.
You're pretty guarded.
It's a good thing. Think about stush like this, right? After you've evolved to a certain level, somebody doing some shit that you used to do is just as juvenile as you imagine it to be. You're like, this nigga on some shit that I was on that shit. That shit is baby shit. It's okay. Like I watched an interview of Mike Tyson the other day. And he was reflecting on his younger self, and he had a DMT trip recently, like a DMT trip, a hallucinogenic experience where you look inside your own psyche. No, he took DMT, dimethyltryptamine. Sorry, and he just went through an awakening. You can tell by his whole demeanor, he was a lot more calm than the Mike Tyson that the media portrayed, and maybe he was at that time. And they talk about his experience, how he started doing drugs as a young kid. They talked about how the trainer, Customato, he hypnotized him. Like, he literally said it. People think this thing is a joke, but he literally hypnotized him into being that beast that he needed to be.
Sounds like some Get Out shit.
Yo, it's Get Out shit, but it's evident everywhere now. And this is one of the veils that were lifted for me when I went through that threshold. Like, oh, I'm 30 now, whatever that means. It's just a wiser version of you, but it's evident so you can see and recall. So in any case, he talked about how Customato hypnotized him into being that beast, and how when he used to say things, and he watches his older footage, and he used to say things like, yo, I'm gonna eat him, I'm gonna eat his children, or some shit like that. He's looking back now, and he's like, yo, who is that guy? That guy's so fucking silly. That guy don't know what he's fucking doing. Like, and you looking at it like, damn, that's the type of growth Mike Tyson. It's wonderful to see people who I've followed my entire life, besides an R. Kelly, come to a light where think about it like this. R. Kelly, we used to put him on we used to put R. Kelly on a pedestal, and now he's not on that pedestal. Mike Tyson used to be demonized. Yeah, he was. And now I look at him as like a spiritual advisor because he's gone through the experience. He's been through all of that. So I fuck with it all.
Well, let's bring ourselves down from the spiritual car that we were on.
Yeah.
We're almost ready to wrap up, but what the fuck has been going on this weekend? Fucking Game. This nigga just released a whole fucking not even a whole song, like
our buddy Kanye out
there? A few verses of him talking about what was he talking about? Having her by the throat. Did you hear the
she
song?
swallowed his children. He had it by the throat. I read it on Instagram. I didn't hear it, but I did read it.
Is it okay?
Like on Friday.
Is it okay? I understand Kanye is public enemy number 3 at this point.
True. He's up there.
He's public enemy 3 at this point.
Okay.
So I understand that, and I understand that Kim herself has had a past, but don't you find it fucking corny for people to constantly name drop her and to say, yeah, I slept with her?
Yes and no.
Is it okay because Kanye is so hated? Is it okay to disrespect him like that?
It's gonna be a yes and no. That's like saying, is it okay if we call a thought or thought? I mean, because, listen, if you are doing fuck shit behavior at one point in your life and you are a public figure because of it, and that's how you make your mainstream of income because of your fame and your notoriety that was based on a sexual act with a public figure or a famous person at that time. We all know that. I don't know about y'all, but I know about Kim because she was with Ray J in the video. That's how I ever found out about Kim. And then she was with that football player at one point dating him. Yeah, that guy. And they were booed up. And I think it might have been one other person, a basketball player.
Humphries.
Yeah, see, exactly. There was another dude. And then she got to Kanye. But I guess somewhere before those famous men, Game grabbed a hold of her at some point in time because he has a picture of her. And I saw it. And listen, if she did that, then she did that. Who cares? I saw it on Instagram.
Is it okay? Like, at what point is it like, all right, this is just too disrespectful? We understand that we feel how we feel about Kanye, but how corny is it to name to kiss and tell that shit is
it's
corny?
It's corny to kiss and tell, but it's not that I feel bad for Kim because somebody else exposed her.
Yeah, it's not even about her.
I don't care. I don't feel bad about her. Exactly. But I do think it's wrong to kiss and tell. That is too much. You guys know my stance on that. For clout.
Nobody was checking for the Game shit right now.
Nobody was.
But that's the thing. That's what the Game always does. Like, if you even listen to the way that he raps, when he raps, he makes sure to rap about things that the public perception is already heightened on. So he'll be like, Bentley trucks, Kanye West, Lil Wayne, Blood Gang, like, those things stick out to us. So when we hear him in a rap, it's no surprise to me that the Game has mentioned an exchange with Kim from Nobody Gives a Fuck ago. You feel me? So
she's had lots of
I expect this from somebody like him, and he's big enough to say, "Come do something about it." He's a bully.
Listen, it's embarrassing for Kanye, but it just shows, that's what Kim used to do, and it is what it is. Now she's a mom.
It's only embarrassing if he wants it to be. As soon as he owns it, we'll stop talking about it.
I mean, true, but it's not hard for a man that looks at his wife and he's like, yo, when does he say to himself, did everyone sleep with my wife? I mean, I would be wondering these questions because how many fucking dudes are going to bang your wife that's out there in the industry but from the football and basketball?
But they
stop now.
But to have the balls
only because he wifed it. How many are there out there that we don't know about that she was trying to get the ring from? And was this behavior because she was trying to get the ring and Kanye was the one that was fool enough to pop the question? Because she was out there banging mad.
No, she's gotten the ring multiple times.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, this is not her first.
The one that she kept. The one that she.
It's about legacy.
Legacy.
It's about legacy.
I don't know if it's about legacy or is it a better version or a better model.
Marilyn Monroe. Monroe was the most famous homewrecker to date.
Mistress to JFK.
Mistress to JFK. They popped her because she knew too much. Actually, I think they gave her like pills or something. She overdosed or something like that. And that was right around the time when she was talking too much. Not a lot of people. I watched the documentaries.
So some documentaries, some documentaries.
But Surviving R. Kelly,
you know what I'm saying? The community documentary we ain't paying attention to. But anyway, we digress. Let's keep moving forward. Anyway, so back to Kim and Kanye. Listen,
is it okay? Is it
not
ever
to kiss
okay?
and tell? I don't think
is
it's
it
ever
okay?
No, what you as grown people, as individuals that are sexually entwined and having an intimate relationship, it should never be okay to divulge what y'all decided to do and share in that moment if y'all was in that personal private space.
Okay, that's fine.
It should never be okay.
This brings me back even to my cloud storage story where I was creating, when the younger me was creating pictures and folders of these young ladies and then just holding them as memories. So eventually they were all deleted, but I used to show them to, never mind. I used to show them to my close friends, absolutely. Like absolutely, 1000%. It's less
which
awkward
is why,
way
ladies, you should
of
all
talking
know better
about
than
sex
be
game.
Shit, but go ahead.
It's a less awkward way
all show it. Go ahead.
of talking about your sex game to your homie. Like you're not about to be like, yo, I'm really good at sex. You're just about to be like, yo, look at all these pictures and text messages about this chick going crazy, and then he's like, my nigga, you know. So it's like
well, people that have sex don't need to talk about having sex because they
yes, they do. You ever heard of porn?
Yeah, we gotta kind of talk about it.
Everybody talks about it, and the
rights.
people who don't, it's because they're too
guarded.
Awkward, guarded, stush. They're too stush too. Niggas be like fucking. People be like,
whatever.
People, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
People be like, yo, nigga, I ain't even going there. I'm not gonna be in this conversation. My guard is clearly up. Like, look at his defense.
That's right. Certain things are like, just not public information. What it is, what it is.
I mean, I understand that. It's a sacred dance.
But back to the game and Kanye and his lyrics. So, being that, like we said, Kanye is public enemy number 3. Is it okay because he's doing it towards Kanye? Is it okay because he's disrespecting Kanye's wife? Let's take Kanye out of the situation. What if it was name a celebrity? Let's say it was Lala.
How about we name a man?
No. Let's say he fucked Lala. Would we feel the same way if he was shouting Lala out like that?
So let me throw it back.
Towards Carmelo Anthony.
Let me throw it back. Do you remember?
Answer my question first.
I'm answering your question.
Answer mine first.
I'm answering your question.
He's answering your question with a question.
No, not a question.
Let's let him make the statement and we'll see if it's a question.
Listen, Carmelo Anthony, what up? Like, do you remember when Kevin Garnett was playing D on Carmelo Anthony, and then he was like, Lala tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. Niggas was like, word? Hold on, son. Hold on. All right. You don't want to hold on? Met him outside the locker room, was walking to the locker room to go address this man. Like, yo, what was that you had said at work?
Exactly. No one's coming
What did you say at work, young man? You feel me? Like, it's very okay for Kanye to roll up.
Point proven.
Because perception is reality. And
well,
niggas
then he
view you as somebody whose
him.
wife that they can just talk about.
What he should do to shut it down is roll up on him.
Point proven.
If he doesn't, then shut the fuck up about it. And we shouldn't have to hear about it if you're not going to address the person at hand.
But that's based on him. The second you want to stop hearing about it, you do something about it.
I agree
Change
with
the
that
conversation.
statement.
The conversation's not niggas talking about my wife anymore. The conversation is about
either
me going to
knocking you
check
out.
all these niggas who's talking about my wife. So it becomes a different story.
That does become a different story.
And
but
that's how you handle your
until he
business.
checks him, it's not that story yet.
But you guys proved my point exactly. It was Carmelo Anthony who went through the same, pretty much the same shit.
Right.
And niggas was ready to fucking fight. Ain't nobody ready. Kanye ain't ready to fight over this shit. He might feel offended, but he ain't ready to fight.
Well, do y'all think he's not ready to fight because Kanye's soft? And hold up, just since we're talking about Kanye, have y'all heard he's suing Jay-Z and shit like that? I saw that also. What the fuck? Okay, I know.
Well, that'll be none of that shit. That shit happened.
Like, right. But that's pretty telling of where the relationship is at. It's pretty crazy for even that news to go public. But back to what we were saying before.
Kanye rolling up on game and
Kanye should do something about it.
Is it because he's soft?
That when he decides he doesn't want to hear it anymore, that's when something.
So why do you
that's when he goes making videos.
Do you think he's not gonna roll up on
the
him?
The pimps will say, "Nigga, that's game. Like you knew where you picked the ups from. Like what you want to be mad about it now? Like you wish you didn't do that, or do you wish you did it? Oh, you wish you did it? So live with it.
But they dug up.
Can't nobody talk shit about you anyway.
They dug up old footage. They dug up old footage of him and Wendy Williams. And they was asking, did you sleep with this one? They was going down the list of the Kardashian sisters.
Yeah, I remember.
And Game was just like, when they came to Kim, it was just like, nah, Kanye's my boy. I ain't gonna say nothing. So now he's not your boy because you're just letting it all out. So are those fighting words?
Yeah, this industry beef. Though.
Is that a fighting energy?
It's just they just want buzz on both their projects.
Look at what Kanye's doing. Like it's work at the end of the day. So Kanye has amassed so much power, social prowess, that he started to do whatever the fuck he wants without regard for anyone. And now everybody's like, nah, fuck you, nigga. Like, you're not that powerful. We made you powerful to begin with. So you got, like, Drake beefing with him. And because of that, it's split down the middle. Like, there's people who support Drake undying, like, until the caskets drop type shit. So you got niggas beefing with Kanye because he's in Drake's aim. We all see it. So it's like, fuck that nigga. It's a little sad what it's come to, but it seems like that's what it is.
The world we live in.
The world we live in.
At hand today.
Yeah, man. But any of y'all want to close it out?
That's a wrap. This was good.
All right, 40 Acres in a Brew crew closing out. You got Berna, you got Tara, you got Kia here. Peace, y'all.
Later.